will continue to support yourself to get a fair collective agreement. I want to say to the affiliated unions that are here today and union members from across the country and in particular in this region, this is a typical story today of employers taking on unions, taking on the rights of our membership that we've won over 35 or 40 years of free collective bargaining. Now here's a membership, as Greg's already raised, that's been around for 35 years. The average seniority is 20 years. The management folks have recognized high quality, high productivity. The management folks are swimming in profits. But at the end of the day, quite frankly, it's about having more profits. This is not about a company that's fighting to survive. This is a company that says we want to make more than we're making today on the backs of workers, on the backs of those that are providing the profits for this company called Sandvik. So I want to say to all of you today, this is a beginning again. The CAW just in the last 3 or 4 weeks had a major demonstration with 2002. We fought back and we won a strike against Air Canada because Air Canada underestimated the determination of our membership. And in this particular time, you can imagine, and many of the people in the audience today are seasoned bargaining committee members. You must believe that at 8 o'clock at night, prior to the deadline, when the employer sends out a signal that the pension plan will be left intact after making a major proposal on the table for reductions, you gotta believe that you can get a collective agreement. But the answer is no. No, cost of living is in jeopardy that we've had in our collective agreement for years. Bereavement. Can you imagine an employer in 2011 that rarely uses a bereavement clause and should never emphasize through collective bargaining, through grieving people of their membership, that there should be sacrifices in that area. So I look at Sandvik's today, 35 years of a reasonable relationship. 15 times over those 35 years going to negotiations. And is negotiations tough? You're damn right it is, during good and bad times. But the employer has shown total disrespect for their 157 employees. They have shown disrespect to the CAW in terms of its culture and its determination to win justice for our members. So on behalf of all of us in the CAW, I want to say to the bargaining committee, for the members that came all the way from Ottawa, a long trip, to send the boss a message here today that we won't retreat. And this is the message I have. This is an international company. The CAW is a respected union throughout the world. We will be getting to make contacts with our labor colleagues throughout the world and put pressure on Sandvik, whether it's in Sweden, whether it's in Germany, wherever it's at. They're going to get the voice of working men and women, because if they could win this Sandvik fight and extract concessions from workers at a time where they're making money, then it'll just be one workplace after another workplace after another workplace, regardless of how they're located. So the test is on the CAW one more time. And we've been tested many times in our 25-year history. And we meet the test because we come together in a bond of solidarity, a bond of respect, a bond of recognition that a worker's a worker, regardless if you're in the public sector or whether you're in the private sector. And we will stand up for our collective agreement. We will stand up for our past gains. And we will stand up to those that disrespect the rights for us to bargain effectively and move that needle forward when you're making money. So brothers and sisters, I thank all of you for participating. I thank all of you for the work that you do in our union day in and day out. My message to Sandvik today is we're a pretty professional group here today. This is a group that wants to send a message, a peaceful message, to get back to the bargaining table, resolve this impasse, and get our 157 members back to work, for they can again deliver products, extracting profits for this company. That's our ultimate goal. But believe me, brothers and sisters, if this labor dispute persists, make no mistake about it, we won't be nearly as peaceful as we are today. We won't be nearly as complacent as we are today. If we have to come back here, we will take over the offices of Sandvik to make a public statement on corporate greed. Attacks against workers is not going to be acceptable. as much as we need each other. 30% of Canadians are organized, yet 30% of Canadians are being attacked by 100% of the corporate sector, which includes both public and private sector people. And we've got to fight back, brothers and sisters. It's not just about the 157 members at Sandvik. This is about our rights to a decent standard of living, our rights to share in the success of the corporation, and our rights to raise our children with a decent standard of living. This is about fighting for the next generation, not just our generation, but fighting for a just cause of decent wages, benefits, and conditions. I would never think, after 35 years of labor peace, we'd be on the back of a truck. But I know today that employers are feeling awfully confident in taking on unions. They're feeling awfully confident about the fear that they put in the hearts and minds of our members. We have a collective responsibility to fight back. And one thing I know about the CAW, when you corner us, when you push us, we will resist. We will resist, and we will fight back. So one more time, I want to thank the organizers for putting on this demonstration very quick notice. I want to thank each and every one of you, because the union cannot operate without the collective voices of one another. We can't operate without the solidarity, friendship, and respect that we show each other. So before you leave here today, you give that person next to you a hug, and you give them a hug on a bond of solidarity, knowing full well that if we have to come back here, the next hug will take place in the workplace, not outside the workplace. So one more time, brothers and sisters, thank you for showing this membership the respect, the decency that they deserve. But most of all, thank you for fighting for all workers in Canada's right to have a decent wage, decent benefits, and hold on to the bargain agreements that we struck over the last 35 years. So once again, thank you.